like Oleksandr Usyk could retire. His team is saying that, he's not really interested in title defenses anymore. He wants a big event to get up, basically to get him to rise up. So maybe that's why he fought in Egypt, because it was a historic event, a boxing match in Egypt. At that point, if title defenses don't get you up no more, I mean, at that point you should retire or do a crossover fight with mixed martial arts. At that point, and people were saying that, he didn't train for this fight, he was out of shape for this fight. Once you can get to this level where you don't want to train or you don't want to fight, you know what I'm saying? Or you can't get up for fights, time to walk away. It is time for Oleksandr Usyk to walk away. It is. It's time for Usyk to walk away. It really is. It's time for Oleksandr Usyk to walk away. And that's the God honest truth. It's time for him to walk away. And he was like, you be defending Usyk. Why wouldn't I defend the guy that dominated the division? 2 divisions, cruiserweight and heavyweight. He don't have nothing to prove. They let Canelo hold these belts and hold up divisions. But I think when you get to the point where you are doing these fights, you're not taking them serious no more, and you saying, I need a major event to get me excited for these particular fights, then I think it's time to walk away. It's time to find another purpose. So what event out there? Rematching Fury and Anthony Joshua in the trilogy? No. Deontay Wilder? No, it's nothing out there they do. I don't even know any popular UFC heavyweights. So now it's probably trying to be thinking life after boxing. If you're not interested in routine title defenses, you're not, what else can you do? You want to be in the passion of a torch with old buddy, with Moses Atama? Because the fact of the matter, the value in that fight is possibly beating the kid and he going to be great. And he going to be great, and every great step that he takes, it just makes you look better. It's like a compound interest going into your pocket. That's it. It's, everything Canelo go on to accomplish a little bit better than what, after the Mayweather fight made Mayweather look bad. It's like he get residuals off of it. You know what I mean? So when you get to this point of doing something and you don't need the money, we all need the money, but you really don't need the money, it's time to walk away. Because think about it. If you making money, you tired of your job, but you got to pay your bills, you gonna get up and get to that money. But also what smart people do, they find ways to not have to get up every day to get that money. They find ways out. They don't accept defeat and roll over and this the way it is and play the lottery and say, they try to make multiple things jump. And you'll be surprised, bro. You'll be surprised. You know what I mean? So, but it is what it is, right? But yeah, when you get to that point, I think for him, it's time to pretty much, if I'm talking to him like, bro, what you thinking about doing after boxing, my G? Those are the conversations I'm having with that brother. Like, okay, what we thinking after this shit? What we thinking afterwards? So, when egg a boy, and I get it, it's all risk. You get some reward out of it, you get paid out of it. It's all risk. What do you get? I beat Edgar Ball, I beat him. Edgar Ball could beat him. He's a good fighter. Most of the time, at least, at least if I beat him and he might go on to do great things. You know what I mean? He might go on to do great things. I mean, shit, it's a compound interest going to me. But also on the other thing of that, a lot of these guys, we this generation, and a little bit my generation, we get popped in the mouth, we get knocked down, it's a little bit hard for us to get back up. We want to quit. You know, a lot of us, you know, we go through something hard. We want to quit. Millennials too. You want to quit. You want to, you know, it break you. But you got to realize, you know, a lot of y'all got kids. Y'all got, you know, families. You know, you just got to find a way. And, you know, people get tired of finding a way. But it make you stronger and stronger. The more you go through, the more you can go back in your mind and reference and say, okay, I did it this time. I can do this. And, you know, going through trials and tribulations just make you stronger as a human. That's why you see old people, they ain't really fazed by shit no more. It ain't that they old. It's that they done been through so much shit that it's like, okay, you know, yeah, here we go again in my motherfucking GTA voice. You know, I feel them. But also remember, the tongue is a powerful word too. I was hearing Amanda Serrano, I think she been boxing, 15, 17 years, talking about she ready to retire. The tongue is so powerful, man. I'm telling you that right now. I done spoke lies into existence. I done been playing around talking shit and shit didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Just talking shit and it really happened. Like the tongue is powerful. You know, kind of like, oh, 37 is old. It's not old. Remember he said that? Like, yeah, him saying I'm still young, I'm still rejuvenated. And it's not. For manhood, you just starting to enjoy your prime. About when you about 37 years old, you finally in your prime. Believe it or not, if you take care of yourself, you in your prime. You see motherfuckers niggas in 30, 38, 39, 40 with braces, motorcycles, doing, side, what they call them side, they doing the damn thing. They enjoying life. They enjoying life. Traveling. They tell you a lie that if you ain't accomplished this by your 20s, you all like, nah. Stability and experience, that's your key as a man. That's what make you the man. Experience and your experience and your calmness. And you trust me, you gonna deal with life a lot different once you get into your mid-30s. And it ain't about the paper neither, bro. It's not about the paper. You done deal with women who know how to manipulate you. You know, whether you yell, you scream, or you talk calm, it don't really matter. So you just learn to be calm and move on with it. You done been through pregnancy scares. You done been ups and downs of finances. You know, you still gonna bump your head there and there. You done got some information. You understand. You take pride in yourself, your appearance. You pick up these little tricks. But for Usyk, you know, if this don't, this don't get you up, it's time to, walk away. It's time to walk away from it. You know, if you need this, I don't see that opponent out there. Why do I need to fight a trilogy with those two guys? You know, the only fight that really makes sense at this point, based off what he's saying, is some type of crossover fight with a mixed martial artist, right? Or Moses Atama. That's the only thing that makes sense right now, based on what he's saying. You know, I remember Tom Brady said, they like, why you still playing football? He said, you know, why should I quit? And I got the cheat code. I'm like, yeah. You know, Tom Brady sat there. He kept himself in shape. He stayed healthy. You know what I'm saying? He enjoying life right now. He paid the cost on the front end, and on the back end, he having fun. And his wife wanted to rain on this parade because she had a vision for their family. You know what I'm saying? Or for herself. Well, I want to do this. And when this is why you don't see dudes get with high earning women. That's high earning men. Because you in competition, women be trying to compete. And one thing about it is, you know, she turned around and the very same karate jiu-jitsu teacher that was training this kid, she fucked him. You know what I'm saying? She fucked that dude and was fucking them. That's, you know, so you gotta remember little tidbits like that, dog. This is why dudes will take a bum bitch off the street and do this. But in general, he paid that cost on the front end and he get to enjoy his life. You know, your woman is supposed to be a helpmate and she benefits from all of your success. A lot of times, even when you're no longer here, you can't win when people competing with you. When your own teammate competing with you, I mean, how you gonna win? But that's all I had to say. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.